Well, welcome everyone, welcome. So glad I could be with you. So glad you could be with me on this wonderful Wednesday, the 9th of September. Wow, what happened to this year? I mean, it's been flying by with the craziest of craziest events. Well, I don't think we're going to deal too much with those today. Hopefully you can hear me over top of the inverter fan and the AC. I'm going to let them run, and we're just going to have to deal with it because unless the clouds came in, and I'll shut down the AC. I'm fresh out of a hot shower, feeling much better. It was a very hot one out here. It's a little after 2 o'clock. T and I put in a bunch of work this morning, the best we could, to get some things done before it got too hot. And now that I'm done for the heat of the day, I figured we'd have some fun on the computer. I got a bunch of updates and videos. This is going to be a little bit of a long video, but there's some very special things I've got for you with the updates around the homestead, and some video treats that not many of you get to see, but we're going to save those for the very end. So everybody hang on tight. And quick note, I know YouTube has been putting out a lot of advertisements in everybody's videos to just swamp them. It's one of their ways of trying to deter you from watching the conservative channels. So here's the thing. Some of you have been commenting about how you've been watching the commercials all the way through. Please don't. If you don't want to watch it, don't. As soon as it says 3, 2, 1, skip, go ahead and skip it. You know, go through those ads, even if there's a bunch of them. You know, I've gotten to the point with me just doing most of my videos for just my Patreons and those of you who are in my email list. Since I'm doing that, the amount of ad money that I'm getting is almost nil. I literally haven't gotten any a check from YouTube for 2 months now because of that. So it's not a big deal. It does give me a little bit of cash, but click through it. Just hit the skip as soon as it says skip. Now let's get into the video. I'm going to edit a bunch of stuff together here because, like I said, I've got a lot of updates I want to share with you on a bunch of different topics, so you're going to kind of hang on and stick with me. We'll come back at the end, and I'm going to show you some really fun videos that I've caught on camera. We'll catch you back in just a little bit.
Every time.
Oh, it's a beautiful day out here. It's a little bit hot, but I just thought I'd show everybody this one part of the project. We're getting the solar hot water panel completed for the lower cabin. So we've been out here working on that. We should get it up sometime this next week. We should get all the rest of those projects done. The little deck on there, the plumbing, a few things that we're tidying up. But I wanted to show you this for those of you who are interested in doing a solar hot water panel that's for a thermal siphon system like what I've got. These things are easy. These things are real easy. So just take them, show them. First off, let's look at the manifold. It's really easy. A bunch of 3/4 by 1/2 inch tees. I've split these down to. We got 6 verticals. Over there on ours, we got 10 verticals. If you can see them inside the panel, we got 10 verticals on that. I'm gonna tell you right now. You grab that pipe up there that's got the insulation on. You can't hold on. It's way too hot. Way too hot for you to hold on. So we're cooking and making good water on a day like this. But anyway, just to show you the way it's all built together. I mean, this is simple. So these were 10-footer pipes, and that's why I got this extra here. We're using the materials that we got. So if you look over, that was a sliding glass door out of a unit that either got broken or something from the home supply store that we got it from. So I'm just using materials that are easy. So I bought that, I think it was 25 bucks just to get it out of their storage because there's nothing they can do with it, so they sold it to me on the cheap. The metal I paid a little bit higher price for it. Yeah, copper's going up with all the prices that are going up. So these were like, $12, $14 a stick. And then the 3/4 was 20 something dollars a stick. It's really, the prices are going up. So if you think you want to do this, it wouldn't be bad to put a couple $100 in materials away pretty quick. And so, tees. You get to 3/4 and you cut them and then you sweat them together. And then I've taken some high heat paint. Not that it really needs to be, but it's just a little bit of black to absorb it. And we're about ready to close this up. So I was just touching it up. I'm not really caring about, I really don't care about aesthetics on this. A little bit of extra black paint on the inside bottom where she painted. All it's going to do is add a little bit of heat. Now, we're using the inside color paint because it's going to match the cabin. They'll kind of look like it belongs, kind of like the inside of that one's the same color as what's going to be the rest of our cabin. But you can do whatever you want. The one thing that we decided not to do with this is paint it solid black in here, because what we found out was the temperature was getting so hot inside that one that it brought the inside of that basically that air chamber brought it up to some extraordinarily high temperatures. In a beautiful sunny day like this, we were seeing temperatures that easily had to be close to 600 degrees. That's damn near the temperature of stuff burning, okay? So if you choose to get other materials that can handle the heat and you want to do this with a little bit of upgrades and some materials to handle some higher heat, you could do that and you could paint it black. But what we've noticed on a day like today with our panel, see, there's two of us, right? And so we need to make a lot more water, so we need more square inches of heat and sun absorption for that. So we can make enough water in there for both of us to take a really good shower and wash our dishes in one day. I mean, it's beautiful. This was a little bit smaller one, and it was intended to just handle one person. So my suspicions are that there will be enough hot water made out of this panel on a sunny day like this in order to have one person in that little cabin have the hot water that they need. So upcycled or reused storm door, sliding door, and some 2x8 material, some 7/16 OSB, and there's two sheets of it. So we got the scrap over there next to the water barrel of leftovers from that. We'll repurpose those into shelves or something somewhere. And then we got a piece of this, which is this
energy shield.
Yeah, 1/2 inch stuff. Now this is styrofoam, just like what we used. However, the difference in this is we're putting it in between the wood, so it's a little bit more protected from the heat. The wood can take a little higher temperature, and you just make your box to the dimensions you need to as many verticals that you can do. If I had purchased glass brand new, I probably would have cut it, instead of 5, as long as that door is, I might have cut it just a couple inches longer, so maybe like 5'5", just big enough to go around it. I might have done that, but it doesn't matter, because all this extra airspace will just add as more heat for the hot water, and this will do it. All right, so shift us down to the cabin here, the lower cabin. We brought down, you can see that we brought down the solar hot water panel. Kind of hard to see it, and I've left it in two pieces. So the door portion, the glass I've left off because of the weight between the box and the door. So it was easy to carry as two pieces. We've been doing a bunch of stuff down here, getting the skirting prepared. and plumbing, and a bunch of different things at once. I got some posts cut out for the decking. It's kind of one of those, in order to get this piece, you got to do this piece. In order to get that piece, you got to do that piece. So I'm working on the skirting, and the skirting is a little bit more intense than you might think. There's actually like a 2x4 wall, half wall. So there's a 2x4 across the top and some verticals. Oh, by the way, yeah, the girls got me the other day, and the swelling still hadn't quite gone down. 2 of them right here and here on my wrist. That didn't feel too good. Anyway, in order to help keep it from freezing underneath, because we do need to keep that warm, right? We need to keep that above freezing. I've got essentially a 2x4 wall, short wall, and you can kind of see it all the way through there, and it's to insulate this in there, and I've got to go all the way around. While we're looking at it, you can see I've got the drain line coming down from the shower over, and I've got one pipe, and I did a little fancy bend in it. You can see it got a little hot there, but you use a torch to heat it up, and then you can bend it there. And then as we go through here, we got a little trench. I'll have to get some more pipe to run out, and maybe down there somewhere out there somewhere to drain it into a gray water drain area. I've got the water coming in from the tank. I redid this a little bit right here. Oops, I almost fall down. So I want to be able to get water with no pressure, no power, anything out here for the garden. So I got a fitting and a valve here so that I can, in the summertime, I can open it up, and I'll put another valve out from under the deck. And I've even got a piece sitting right there, ready to go. I'll have to cut and finish it. Now, let's see, what do I got to look at here? I'm going to close this door. Oh yeah, and we did some more painting. Got the door painted. It looks really spectacular. Let's close this. And then I threw the rest of the paint on part of the floor to help clean it up. Alright, you can see the sink drain has been put in, right? And that's all hooked up and connected. I've started in on the cold water side plumbing. I've got a lot of work to do, but the cold water comes in, and I go through the 2 filtration systems. Well, 0.1 micron filters in both. One's just a particulate, and the other is a carbon. That's pretty good for pretty much everything you need for washing dishes and taking showers with. And then drinking water will be filtered, again through another filter. Solar's looking good, and everything's working fine. Alright, so I got the cold water coming in and tied in, and T and I were in here talking. I did move the stovepipe out of the way so that I could work on the plumbing. We were talking about, see if that's on. Let's see. There we go. So there's the valve body I made up for the shower. So you got a cold water on this side and a hot water on this side. And I think what we may do is, in order to do a shower surround in here, I think we're going to get some corrugated steel sheets, some roofing sheets or something. That would make it kind of a industrial heavy duty look, and I'll handle it. So I probably am going to take this back off. I'll have to sweat that off and then take these 2 pipes and get longer ones, because I get that corrugated metal. You'll have to pull that valve off the wall a little bit, but you can see how it's going to set up. That's hooked up and connected, and it's in. I do need to clamp it down. Let's see, what else have we done down here? We're not done yet. Now, so the The difficult thing in doing this is you kind of have to have pieces in place before you can finish doing all of this copper plumbing, because you got to cut it to exact length. So I kind of needed to have the shower valve in place in order to connect it and go up and connect into the hot water tank. And I really need to have the hot water panel, which is, sitting back here right there, as we just saw. I need to have it there, and in order to know where I'm going to put some holes in the wall up here. So this hot water pipe has to come in, tie into the hot water from the panel, and then go up. So I can't do this plumbing for the hot water. Probably could do the cold water return from here up to that valve, but that's a quick short one, and I don't want to bother with that one until I'm doing this one. So before I can finish the plumbing on the hot water and all of that, I really need to have the deck built. So before I can get the deck built, I need to get all of the skirting. Let me shut this door here. Come on, stay shut. I need to have the skirting done. Okay, so I need to get this done. And T and I have decided that since we're going to do this and we're not going to maximize the solar the same way, this wasn't a bad idea, but I don't like it. So what we're going to do is right about here somewhere where we got the best sun, and we've been watching the sun. I've got another pole mount that will be good for those two panels, and I'm going to put a pole in somewhere right in here. Now it's not going to get the best sun early, or it's midsummer when the sun is the highest, but right now we're going to have a good swath of sun. And this shadow that's over the garden area is from that tree, and those two trees right there, and that one right there, those three are coming down. Should open up more sun, so when the sun gets lower in the sky. So you see, there's a lot of things we're getting done, but it's kind of a wonky thing. Well, if I need to get this done, I probably need to get that done. So I'm a little jumping back and forth on a few things. We've pretty much gotten a lot of things taken care of. Those issues are being dealt with, as you can see with that. I've been attempting to offer up for the local wildlife population, and there are some hoof prints in here. There's some camerage. You see the camerage? And I got another one right there with that corn right there. And there's some security, and these cameras are $30 at Walmart. I mean, I can't believe it. The first ones that I ever got were like $300, and now you can get them for $30, and batteries and stuff. I mean, that's cheap. So here's what you want to do. You go ahead and put one where everybody can see it. Now I used a ladder to get up there. Okay. So you're not going to get to it very easy. So if there is issues around here, here, I'll just show you. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't remember these tracks being here or there. But there's the sign we ordered. This is the one from that one guy, and I like it. It's got the same reflective backing that you see on your standard street signs. I went ahead and got a nice post. This thing's in it pretty good, screwed down pretty tight. Okay, so there's the cabin, and there's an old roadbed that runs through here. Now, I've talked to this guy, and he owns 120 acres back here. Technically, nobody should be coming from back here, but they could come from that way because that's where these two tracks come from. I didn't see this. People come back here because they think they can do whatever they want. Anyway, alright, so let me take you up here. Alright, so here's the road coming down. It's just a dirt road, and this is where we go in to the cabin area. So on the lead in on this end, I put these two bad boys. That one and that one. And here's the trick. Okay, so as you're coming down the path, right, and it's going to be, see if I can hold it somewhat steady. It's hard to hold it steady with this camera. Alright, so there's the one camera. And yeah, I threw some corn down there in case we get some wanted visitors as opposed to unwanted visitors. Alright, so wherever you put a camera, you always want to stick another camera somewhere, and I'll give you hints on clues or ideas that's watching the camera. So one camera watching an area, and another camera that might be, you know, back here or up on a tree here, or maybe buried in the leaves down here where it's hard to see. Something that's looking back the other direction. Because here's the thing, you know, people aren't stupid, and hunters are sly because they're used to going through the woods, and people who would do you harm are even slyer if they can, well, sometimes. And you know, if I was desperate, very hungry woman, and I needed to eat, and I saw that thing, I might find a way to disable it in some form or fashion, and then do whatever I wanted to do. So you got to have backups for backups. It's that the engineering thing. So here we are, back to the beginning. So I got to finish the skirting. I got to finish the plumbing. I'm hoping to get most of that done, if not all of it done this week, so I can move forward onto the projects up there. Now let's look at some of the things that we've done up at the top of the hill. Alright, I'm back up at the top of my driveway, and I wanted to show you the other signs that I got from the other place. You can pause and read. There's a lot of good language in there. Hopefully you got all of that. And of course the basic signs. This one did no good. Hopefully that one does a little bit of good. And I always like that part. Smile, wait for the flash. And this one, you know, I'm putting on all of these and up at the top of the road. So way up there at the top of the hill, there is an entrance into the what is a subdivision of these 3 to 5 acre lots. And I put one of those signs and one of those signs. So here's the thing, there are different mentalities, and by the way, you can see there is my camera looking this way, and there is another one watching back on it. You gotta have backups for backups. So the idea is this. This doesn't stop anybody. That should stop pretty much everything. Should. Okay? But if you get into the mentality of folk who go, screw it all, I'm going to do whatever I want to, maybe they'll think twice if they're being watched. And maybe they'll think twice if they think somebody might actually drop the hammer on them. I don't know. But between all three of those, hopefully the only people who come up here are the ones are invited and are friendly and are respectful. But anyway, you can see way down there, and you take a right. That's the other cabins back down that way. Alright, let's go over here. We'll look at something real quick. Walking this way. So I figured I'd show you some of the homestead updates. Because everything's kind of tightly packed around the cabin, I'm going to try and clear out an area, which means I'm not quite done. I need to clean up some branches here. I want to take this one down, but should allow me the room to come through here. And T and I have been working on this. We've taken out a bunch of little stuff that's here. I still want to take that one down, and you can see we're developing a pile here to burn, because as you can see, hey Mittens, you gonna come along for the walk and talk, huh? She says, yeah, Mama, headed your way. Headed your way. So we need one more paddock here for the birds and the animals. You can see it's starting to turn green in the first paddock. The second one, oh, it needs to be planted. Hey, you baby. And now you can see where I'm running the posts for the third paddock, but I need to clean out and burn here. So we've been working on that. We've dropped a couple of trees here. That firewood has been put away. You coming along? Come on. And we got more fun stuff. Oh, I got more fun stuff to show you. So I started doing a little bit today, this morning, as we're walking down here, and tilling up a little bit, and then that damn wheel broke again. For those of you who saw the video, the weld on the tiller wheel broke, so I had to quit. But I wanted to get all that area tilled up. And meow, she says, I hear you. And so we did all that weed eating. T has finally cleaned up an area over there, and we got a pile that's building, because we're going to cut down some trees right in there in order for that other cabin to go there. The workshop's going to go here. I will need to start on that, and then I need to get this greenhouse in before winter, hopefully. Can lock in. I did have a little fun projects that we've been working on. You remember the beam project? I see you. Come here. Come here. There. Give you some loving. You see that? That is the beam project. And I freehanded that, all four sides. And I'm hoping I can get that to run through the planer. Alright, horsefly. Not on me. So that's one of mine projects that I've been working on. That's the beam that's going to go into the greenhouse. You know, I still got all that wood sitting up there I got to do something with. I know you want attention. And we have had time to take a little play. We set up ourselves our bow target, and we've done a little practicing. A lot of the seed that I put down has come up, and there's tons of clover, and the deer are loving it. And I got some more fun stuff to show you. Let's go down here. Come on, Mittens. Shadow's in the house sleeping on the bed, otherwise she'd be here. No, I'm not going to stop and pet you. Come on. So you see that? You see this? I know I'm going to get captured. And you see that. Alright, so last night that looked like that. So, looks like the weed eater battery's charged and T's going back to weed eating. So we're always been busy as the dickens, and it's been really nice not doing so many videos. Alright, come on, Mittens, we're going to go back up here. Come on. Doing so many videos because it's allowed me to relax and focus on a lot of these things, and it's there's a lot of work for me to do out here. Of course, I got to get all these logs out of here somewhere. I don't know how, because I got to run that fence. Remember, I got hogs coming sometime in October and some piglets, and I got to create some kind of pen for them. Thinking maybe I put them in the third paddock if I can at least get that area put together. When they're little, they'll handle that. And as far as that second wave is concerned, still waiting for my garlic to come up. How does that look, folks, for a squash field here? Man, I'm happy. I've got some of my I'm gonna pull a brain fart. My I forget what kind of squash. I can't find the name of it. God, I'm trying to. Oh God, I got the heat. The heat's been hard on me here. We've been trying to do all this and still work in the heat, but I've got some butternuts in here, and over here I believe this is spaghetti squash, and then I got some different kinds of zucchini. You can see, look, that's a straight neck, and it's been putting out some little fruits like crazy. And curry squash, that's what these are, the curries. And I did not get to pollinate that one, but we got a couple more blooming, because there's no male flowers that have bloomed yet. And then some others here, and then we got some melons and cucumbers over there that are coming into fall really nicely. Look at all those onions. And of course my chili beans are doing really nice with what green beans. So you can do a second planting, because what has it been, about 4 weeks since I put that in, and it's doing awesome. I was working on the tilling over here, but like I said, the well broke on that. What'd you stop for? Oh, that's okay. They don't care if you work. Look at that beautiful patch of sweet potatoes. That has exploded since we've gotten that rain. And a couple last things, and then we'll probably go in and edit all of this. You can see all the building materials waiting on a load to get here that's been delayed for about 2 weeks now. Tell you what, lumber prices are crazy. Yeah, we're trying to keep it clean. Alright, I have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 15 or 16 jakes or toms, and I got a lot of meat to put in the freezer. Yes, you buddy. We were trying to debate on how many to keep for breeding. We did not get any wild cross hens, so all our wild cross seem to be toms, which kind of sucks. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. She's going in it. I went in the bees yesterday, 2 days ago, and that's why my hand's still swollen. And she loves that thing. And let's go in and have some fun, because we got some other treats for you. You'll love this. Lots of work to do, but you know how it is. So we should do another. Oh, I woke him up. Another cute kitty video, or add him in. All right, so there's a little bit of a boo-boo, and I need to make a correction. There's only a couple people I actually told. All right, so when it came to finding a name for this little fella right here, we boo-booed, and I boo-booed. He's grown quite a bit since I first got him. As you can see, he's almost, quite a bit bigger. And, well, I made a mistake. When I first checked him out, as tiny as he was, I thought he was a girl. And I was wrong. And the other night, I was laying there, and he rolled over on his belly, and I looked at him, and oh my goodness, something has grown bigger. And I went, uh-oh, because we had, gone through all the names and was having a hard time with it, because we got a girl here, and a lot of the names that we liked, and the one that T liked, ooh, stretch there, buddy, was Shiachi, which was supposedly Japanese for little girl. But originally, T wanted Smokey, and many of you had suggested Smokey on the video when I asked you for name suggestions. And, as of last night when I got corrected in my vision, we said, okay, Shiachi is not going to work, and we're just going to pick Smokey. So
we now have a little boy here. His name is Smoke Meat. We still just love him just as much. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right? He is just adorable. I mean, yeah, meow, he says. Alright. Update on the kitty. Say hi, Smokey. Say hi. He's tuckered out. We had him down at the cabin running around, and he needs his kitty nap.
Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed the walk around tour information and some of the updates of what's been going on. There is a lot left to do, obviously a lot left to do to get this homestead up in shape and up and running. And we got a lot of preps to do, a lot more preparations to do to be prepared for what's coming. Today, I don't want to do, like I said in the beginning, I don't want to do a whole lot of discussion about what is going on in the current events, because I think a lot of you can figure out a bunch of that on your own. Point is, my desire has been to share with you my solutions for how I'm navigating things. So I do want to do one other thing. I guess it's a little late in the video. I should have done this at the beginning, but let me do this now before we have our last little bit of fun, the icing on the cake. I got some really fun videos, clips to share with you that I've caught on our trail cams. Yes, we got some good video coverage of some stuff. But a few weeks ago, I told you that I was interviewed by Nish. She is a subscriber of my channel, and she has her own blog that she's been doing. And we had a fantastic discussion, mostly me running my mouth, you know how that is. But she does that. She's got a bunch of good interviews. She's interviewed Emily, what's Emily's last name, honey? Emily from off planet show. Oh God, I can't think of it. But she's and Max Egan. She's interviewed him and a bunch of other good people. And she contacted me and said, let's talk, and we did for almost 3 hours. And it's a long one. So I'm going to leave a link to the discussion that I had with Nish, or Naish, as I want to pronounce it, but it's no, her name's she pronounces it Nish. It's a long conversation, and be open-minded, because I say things there that I don't generally talk about on YouTube, because I'm trying to keep it where I'm not dealing with the BS that we're seeing with folks like Brian over at High Impact Flicks and TV and Max Egan and all these other folks that have been taken down, you know. So link is going to be the top of the description. Go check it out and give it a listen. She did an awesome job. We will do some more on her channel. She and I want to get into some deeper discussions on other things. So here you go. So I've got this. Let's minimize this. And so I got a bunch of folders of files up here, my friends, and you can see I've got a lot of clips here from my my webcam, or not my webcam, my trail cams. So getting these trail cams are very helpful in a lot of different things. But so first one is we put this one up, and let's jump ahead here. Somehow or another, when we put it up, it was, oh, there it's set, ready to go. Okay, I got it set. That was the first one. And then something knocked it. I think it was one of the cats or a squirrel. Knocked it and it went sideways. And, oh, yeah, there's the squirrel right there. There's 2 squirrels. 1, 2. I didn't even see those in those videos. They're out there eating that corn. Now, let's look. The next morning I come out, and I was on that evening, I was on the phone talking. I had taken my shower, and of course, there's Mittens. And I look up, and guess what? I saw the thing had been switched, so I flipped it around and got it straight, and there you go. I only had 1 pile of corn at that point in time. And then later, T and I were down there checking it out that night, and on the phone again, and you'll know who I was talking to, the individual that I was talking to, because I told you, look, I'm down here in front of the video. You'll see it. Anyway, it gets us a few times here, and then later that evening, the first fellow arrives. And look at that. There's one nice little 5-point. And look at those eyes down there. It's the younger ones, right? Now, it gets more interesting as we go along. Later, a few minutes later, you can see a couple more of them coming up here. There's a little 5-point. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-point, 7-point. Let's take a look at the next one. This is really impressive because, boy, they really start to come up here. And that's a nice fella. Look at him. Oh, look at that beautiful, beautiful fella right there. Now, I don't like him as much as I like the next one. Let me skip down a little ways here. Where is he at? Maybe this one? No, that's just those first three. So this is the first visit, and it is at a little after 1 o'clock at night on the 7th. So that was a couple nights ago. And then, let's jump ahead. What do we have here? About 20 minutes later, the boys are gone, and here's one of the does have come up. That's on the 7th. About 20 minutes later. And you see, we got a bunch of them on her, and somewhere along the line, she takes off. Come on, load up here. Because I want you to see the next ones here. All right, so let's jump into this one right here. Look at this fella. This guy's got a basket on him. So there's the first big one. This is a pretty one. Look at that. That's at least 2 inches past his ears. Let's replay that one here. Look at the length of those tines. He's a happy, fancy fella, and of course, he's mowing down on the corn. And you got the other buck. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deer. 5 bucks. There are 5 bucks right here. Well, maybe not. Maybe that one over here is a doe. No, that's a buck. You can barely see it, but there's antlers, 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 and antlers. And then, let's see, where are we at? Further down the line here. Because there's a lot of video on him. There's both of the big boys. Here's a little spiky guy. This guy's got maybe a 1 spike and a little fork. So there's like 3 points right there. And then those 2. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yes, those 2 are nice. Those 2 are beautiful. Now this guy's got more of an upright. Now that's a full-on 8-pointer. And that's a full-on 8-pointer. Both of these are nice, handsome 8-pointers. Gorgeous looking boys. They really are. Handsome fellas. Let's see, they go on a little further. I'll check this one right here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that doesn't include the little one. Look at these guys. Are they going to spar? Nope, not yet. Not yet. Boy, look at that. So this is a nice looking 5-pointer. I'm thinking I've seen as many as 6 separate bucks. 6 separate bucks on this. Look, he said, this is my corn. Alright, let's take a look. This one real quick. Still got those same 4 deer. And that was 2 nights ago. That's on the 7th. Let's open up this one. Right here, 101. So this would be the next night. We'll give it just a second to load up. It might have been the same night. there was a bunch of videos here. 100 videos in each one of those folders. Let's look at this one, the fourth one. What night is that? Oh, okay, this is just a continuance. Okay, so this is at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:17 on the 7th. And there's still those same 4 boys. Those same 4 boys. And then later, let's see, that would be the next day is here. Because there's me checking it out. Going, oh, no, that's T. There's T taking a look at it. She's going, something got into it. And the next night, we got this doe. Is that it? Yep, that's a doe. That's on the 8th at 1:49 in the morning. And then a whole bunch of her. There's 2 right here. Let's see, who do we have here? Somebody else came up. At 2:58, we got a couple of boys. These are the young ones. Now we saw him. Oh no, I take it back. That wasn't a 3-pointer. This guy, you can see, he's got a couple little brow tines right there, and that's a nice looking 8-pointer. But it's still a small one compared to the others. Let's see, what else have we got here? They went on for a while. Is it going to load? Let's see this one. And later in the morning, 4:31 in the morning, we've got a doe coming in. So they're coming in all night long. Now that was not last night, but the night before. And then let's pull up this one, which is right here. So that's this yesterday morning. And then last night, which is, 12 hours ago, that big boy, the really nice big boy, he comes back. Now I put more corn down, so there's a pile of corn where he's at, and there's another one right here, if you can see my cursor, and that. And this is last night, and look at the size of that basket. He's got a hell of a basket, running 2 to 3 inches past his ears, and easily 10 inches above his ears. So he's got a heck of a 8-pointer right there. And it looks like he was the only one that came and visited. Oh no, there's a doe, and that's at 2:07. 2:07. And then that morning I came out there, and it was. This morning I came out and it was very foggy and dewy, and I was checking on the piles there, and you can kind of see me walking at 6:30 in the morning. That was this morning. So this is last night and into this morning. So let's see here. Let's switch it back over here. Now, if we can figure out how to connect my bow practice with those fellows, especially that really nice fella. He'd be a nice one. We'll have to see how it goes. Season's coming in pretty soon. There is a in the city limit season close by locally, but we're not in the city. And there's some fellas that I've already talked to that have put some deer down on the ground. Got to see a little 4-pointer a couple days ago that was still in velvet. Excuse me, not 4-pointer, 7-pointer. But it was a tiny little rack. Tiny. 7 points. Tiny. Anyway, so yeah, I've got some interesting things that go on in the night, a few more than just bumps, And there was another video in there. I don't know where to find it. I'd have to go digging through each one of them. It shows an armadillo. We saw an armadillo in there. And there's one I should have saved. It would have been a really fun pretend horror flick. You've seen them before. But one of the cameras down at the little cabin had a walking stick. A walking stick climbed right up the middle of the camera, and so it's not in focus, but it looks like this horrible monster coming right into view, just boom, right over top of it. It was kind of funny. We were flipping through the videos, and we were looking at them, and we were like, what the heck is that big old blur? And yeah. So anyway, folks, I hope you enjoy. Lots of fun things happen on the homestead. Lots of work to do. This is one place that you just can't sit around and do nothing. There's always work to do. We just need the temperatures to really cool down a bit and allow us to get out there and actually get more accomplished, because the heat has really slowed us down here last few weeks. So anyway, that's all I've got for you today, or this week, or yeah, for a little while. I'll give you some more updates soon, because like I said, there's a lot to be put in place. As far as like I said, discussions on current events, I hope most of you have gotten a clue from the discussions that we've had that you can see what's going on. You know, there is no free speech, so there's not much I can say without, you know, getting censored. I've got some ideas on what I can do in the future for community when it comes to being able to speak more freely, but I'm going to hold off on endeavors while I'm working on these projects. Once I get the homestead set up in place and all the major work is done, and all I've got to do is the gardening and the maintaining and the maintenance and stuff like that, I may turn back into doing a little bit more online at that point, but I got to get a lot of this work done, and it's a lot easier just to stay focused on my homestead for right now. So please understand where I'm at and the benefits of me focusing on that, because it means a lot to me, because I really want to be able to be there and help you, but I've got to have strong feet under myself first. So anyway, lots more could be said. I think this will do it for today. I hope you enjoyed the updates. I hope you enjoyed the trail cam vids, because I do. I definitely do. Y'all take care, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye-bye.